Welcome to my class, Cybersecurity. In this particular video session, we will talk about cybersecurity, which deals with malware, and this is part 2 of cybersecurity. The types of cyber threats. The threats countered by cybersecurity are threefold. The first one is cybercrime. It includes single actor or group targeting systems for financial gain or to cause disruption. The second one is cyber attack. It often involves politically motivated information gathering. The third one is cyber terrorism. It is intended to undermine electronic systems to cause panic or fear. Cyber threats are posed by various types of malware. Now the question is, what is this malware? The term malware is derived from two words. One is malicious and the second is software. We took mal from malicious word and ware from software, so it becomes malware. Malware is a software that a cyber criminal or hacker has created to disrupt or damage a legitimate user's computer. It is often spread via an unsolicited email attachment or legitimate looking download. Malware may be used by cyber criminals to make money or in politically motivated cyber attacks. There are a number of different types of malware, such as virus. Viruses attach themselves to clean files and infect other clean files. They can spread uncontrollably, damaging a system's core functionality and deleting or corrupting files. They usually appear as an executable file, that is .exe. Keyloggers. Keyloggers see everything you type on your computer. Keyloggers is a software installed on a computer that captures keystrokes and sends these to a remote system. It is used to get personal information to gain access to sites having bank accounts. Trojan. This kind of malware disguises itself as legitimate software or is hidden in legitimate software that has been tampered with. Spyware. Spyware is a malware designed to spy on your computer. It hides in the background and takes notes on what you do online, including your passwords, credit card numbers, surfing habits, and more. This is a program that secretly records what a user does so that cyber criminals can make use of this information. Worms. Worms infect entire networks of devices, either local or across the internet, by using network interfaces. It uses each consecutively infected machine to infect others. Botnets. Botnets are networks of infected computers that are made to work together under the control of an attacker. Phishing. It captures your personal data. Phishing is an attempt to acquire sensitive information like bank account information or an account password by posing as a legitimate entity in an electronic communication. Therefore, when cyber criminals target innocent victims with emails that appears to be from a legitimate company asking for sensitive information, it is termed as phishing. Phishing attacks are often used to dupe people by taking away credit card data, bank details, and other personal information. How does it happen in the case of phishing? You get an email. It looks like that it has come from your bank or credit card issuer company, etc. It asks you to update your records so as to commit a potential fraud. It provides a hyperlink to a web page where you enter your personal information. The link takes you to a thief's website that is disguised to look like your bank or credit card issuer company. And once you enter your personal detail or bank information, theft is committed. The next one is SQL injection. SQL is structured query language. An SQL structured query language injection is a type of cyber attack used to take control of and steal data from a database. In order to retrieve information from database, we make use of structured query language. With the help of SQL language, we try to retrieve information from database. But this SQL injection, it gives information to the cyber hackers. Cyber criminals exploit vulnerabilities in data-driven application to insert malicious code into a database via a malicious SQL statement. In the SQL statement, they put a secret code which helps them to get information from the database. This gives them access to sensitive information contained in the database. Ransomware. Malware which locks down a user's files and data with the threat of erasing it unless a ransom is paid to them. Password cracking. Password attacks are attacks by hackers that can find passwords to different protected electronic areas and social network sites. But how to secure password? Always use strong password. Never use same password for two different sites. The next one is insider attacks. Attacks to an organization carried out by someone who is inside that organization either by himself or with connivance of an outsider. So this is the person who is an insider, but with the help of outsider, he commits a crime. It is very difficult to counter using technical methods as the insider may have valid credentials to access the system. The insider may have all the passwords to access the information systems, so it is very difficult to counter it. Man in the middle attack. A man in the middle attack is a type of cyber threat where a cyber criminal intercepts communication between two individuals in order to steal data. For example, on an unsecure Wi-Fi network, an attacker could intercept data being passed from the victim's device and the network. Here you can see that there is Wi-Fi router and there is a client. This client is giving information to another person, but the hacker, it captures all data which is flowing through this Wi-Fi device. Here in this particular screen you can see that two people are communicating with each other, and whatever information they are passing to each other, that information is being taken by a third one. That is the man in the middle attack. Denial of service attack. A denial of service attack is where cyber criminals prevent a computer system from fulfilling legitimate requests by flooding the networks and servers with traffic. This renders the system unusable, preventing an organization from carrying out vital functions. Stealth virus. Stealth virus is any malicious software program with the capability of avoiding detection. Student, you must know that once a particular virus is introduced, it is in the form of stealth virus, so that we are not able to detect that virus. Any virus that which comes to the market, it is in the form of stealth virus. Website defacement. Hacking and altering the website of a company. If someone changes the website of a particular company, this is termed as website defacement. Stealing someone's identity in which a person pretends to be someone else by assuming that person's identity. Hacker. A hacker is a person who breaks into computers, usually by gaining access to administrative controls. This is the photograph of that hacking has been detected in a particular computer. There are different types of hackers. We can divide all these hackers into three categories. The first one, black hat hackers. Second, grey hat hacker. And the third one, white hat hacker. Black hat, people who break into networks and harm the network and property. They are termed as black hat hacker. Grey hat, people who sometimes violate laws but does not have the malicious intent. So those people who do not have bad intention but sometimes they violate laws, they are termed as grey hat hackers. The third one is white hat hackers, people who specialize hacking to check the faults of the system, and sometimes they are termed as ethical hackers. White hat hackers. The term white hat refers to an ethical computer hacker or a computer security expert who specializes in penetration testing to ensure the security of organization information system. Grey hat hackers. The term grey hat refers to a computer hacker or computer security expert who may sometimes violate laws but does not have malicious intent, typical of a black hat hacker. So he is a person who violates laws but his intention is not to harm others. Black hat hackers. A black hat hacker is a hacker who violates computer security with maliciousness or for personal gain. How to prevent hacking? It may be impossible to prevent computer hacking. However, effective security controls include strong passwords and use of firewalls can help. Here it is an example of firewall. Firewall is a software which is installed on the proxy server, and that proxy server, it protects the organization's network. Some of the most common security mistakes committed by people. They have not installed antivirus program. So not installing antivirus program. Second, poor password management on computer to log in. The third one, opening email attachments from unknown addresses. Fourth one, unprotected electronic data. Electronic data has not been protected by any password. Passing of information over phone. And in case some security violation has taken place, they are not reporting that security violation to the authorities. Last one is not locking the computer while unattended. These are some of the most commonly security mistakes committed by users. How to protect against malware. Cyber safety tips to protect yourself against cyber attacks. How can business and individuals guard against cyber threats? Here are some cyber safety tips. First one, do not trust strangers online. Emails from strangers, abrupt alerts, and curiosity tickling offers. They are the ways of delivering malware. If you do not know exactly what it is, don't click on it. Sometimes there are certain offers, earn this much of rupees. You are the lucky winners. These are the tricks and we should not click over these icons or messages. Do not click on links in emails from unknown senders or unfamiliar websites. This is a common way that malware is spread. Do not open email attachments from unknown senders. These could be infected with malware. Use antivirus software. Security solutions will detect and remove these threats. 6. Update your software and operating system. This means you benefit from the latest security patches. Use strong passwords. Ensure your passwords are not easily guessable. 8th, avoid using unsecure Wi-Fi networks in public places. Unsecure networks leaves you vulnerable to man-in-the-middle attacks. 9th, double check your downloads. Before downloading anything from internet, always double check it that the provider is trustworthy by carefully reading reviews and comments. And the last one is install an ad blocker. Malvertising is the term in which the hackers use infected ad banners or pop-ups ads to infect your device. You can't know which ads are infected, so it is safer to just block them all with a reliable ad blocker software. There are a number of ad blocker software available to us. Some of them are free, some of them are paid one. You can use any of these ad blocker software to protect your vital data. These are the references which we have used in our presentation. Thank you very much.